I want you to think about any movie you have seen before. I mean, any great movie that you can categorically remember. Any movie that you can say this movie is a blockbuster, so interesting, so exciting, and filled with a lot of emotions. I want you to think about it. I've seen some movies in time past, like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, that I can still remember them. If you just ask me what movie that I've watched 5 years ago, I can call it off. And if I should ask you also, what movie can you remember that you watched in time past? It might be recently that you know this movie, you can't seem to get enough of it. It's just so interesting and so exciting. You can't stop watching this particular movie. What makes this movie so interesting and so exciting to you? It's the emotional attachment and connection that is within that movie that makes it so interesting and so unforgettable to you. It might be emotions like fear, happiness, anger, hatred, pain. Engulf such kind of movies that makes it so interesting and so unforgettable. You might be watching some movie and you feel like crying. In fact, I've seen people watching a movie and they are crying. I mean, literally crying on a movie. Some are watching a movie and they get angry with people around them. Almost everybody around them, they are angry with people, angry with this person, angry with watching a movie and you're angry. Some can watch a movie and their day for that day is spoiled. I mean, literally, that they can't do anything for that day again because why? The movie has shattered their mood. Why are those things sticking to your mind and your brain that you can't seem to forget it? It's because of all the emotional attachments that are listed on them. And you may be watching some movies and you sleep off because the movie is so boring. Why? There may be some movie. Definitely, if I should ask you also, you can testify that there are some movies that you may be watching. You say, "Oh, this movie is not interesting." You take it off. This movie is not interesting. Change this please. Or you sleep off. You doze off watching a movie. If you doze off watching any movie, it means that movie is outrightly not interesting or not emotionally strong enough to hold your grip to watch through it. There are some movies that are talk of town that you can't seem to forget them. I mean, you can't stop talking about them because of the intense emotion, suspense, triggers, and a whole lot of things that they add to you that makes you can't stop talking about them or forget it in a hurry. And if you sleep off watching some kind of movie, then you put it together. There are movies you sleep off while watching, and there are other movies that you can't just sleep off. Even if they are up to 10 seasons, you watch them all through because of the strong emotional connection, the challenges, the fear, the emotion, the hatred, anger, or a whole lot of emotional connection that movie adds to you. You watch it through to the end. Now, why am I talking about movies here? You see, if you live a life without any rejection, challenges, moments of pain, setback, opposition, and being doubted, then you lived a safe life. And safe life makes for boring stories. Oh no, safe life is usually boring. Why do you think the story of Nelson Mandela is so interesting and exciting? It's because of the challenges and all he passed through to become highly celebrated till date, and even decades to come, he's still going to be celebrated. Why do you think someone like MASIYIWA is also celebrated, or his story is highly exciting? Because of the challenges he passed through as an entrepreneur to become who he is today. If you don't know him, Google him. And why do you think someone like also Linda Ikeji, her story is also exciting? If you don't know about her story, you can Google it. These are people that pass through thick and thin, and when you listen to their stories, they excite you. I mean, they give you that push, they give you that hope to know that yes, you too in the game, you can get to that stage. And there are people too you may know. There are people, there might be entrepreneurs, captains of industries. I can't start listing a whole lot of them. There are a whole lot of them out there that you may know that if they should share their stories to you, those stories are usually exciting. They can't put you to sleep. I mean, you'll be so interested to listen to those stories. Why? Because the stories are filled with intense emotions, challenges, setbacks, moments of being doubted, moments of fear, moments whereby it looks as though the world is coming to an end, as though there's nothing again you can do at this point in time. Everything is coming crashing on you. Moments where it looks as though, what are you going to do? You feel like giving up, you feel like committing suicide. If most people that are at the top there that legitimately grew, I mean, I'm talking about legitimate entrepreneurs that grew to become captains of industries of what they are today, pass through these thick and thin challenges to become who they are today. So in a nutshell, what I'm trying to say is this: any challenge you are currently going through, whatever you are currently passing through, is actually good for your story to be exciting and interesting. if you try to avoid being doubted, if you try to avoid criticism, like there's a saying that says, if you want to avoid criticism, be nothing, do nothing, and don't even do anything. But even at that, some people will still criticize you on it. So if you are consciously living your life to avoid criticism, to avoid people insulting you, to avoid rejection, to avoid pain and moments of setback, then it means that you want to live a safe life. And safe life is not interesting. Safe life usually ends probably in depression and a whole lot of things that at the end of it, or you may be happy with it. But if you pull through the challenges that you're currently passing through, those are the challenges that will make your story tomorrow when you're sharing them to be exciting to anybody and everybody that's going to hear it. Like if you sit down today to hear the stories of someone like Innocent, it's going to be exciting. Sit down to hear the story of someone like ONYEMA, Airpiece, it's going to be interesting. And so many captains of industry that you may think of, or you may have some names that you know. If you think of people like that, you see how interesting their life is. So I'm going to leave you with this question to think about in this video. Are you living a boring life or an exciting life? I think that answer will be best known to you. Selah. So thank you for watching today's episode. And if you got even one item of value from this video, kindly give this video a thumbs up. Share this video with someone. Please give this video a thumbs up. It's just free of charge. Also hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed. You know, this YouTube have this algorithm that they share videos to people more. They share the video more to people when people gives it a thumbs up to show that yes, this video is of value. You can share it. So the only favor you can do me in this video for watching it to this time is to kindly give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to this channel if you haven't. My name is Benzik. I'm a creative entrepreneur. I will see you again next time. Thanks for watching. Cheers.